dear viewers, welcome back to Horilla. Today in this video, we'll be talking about the employee module of Horilla. So as you all know, employees are the main assets of every organization and it's really important to treat them as well as manage them properly. So for this, Horilla is providing you the employee module. Okay, using this module without any complications, you can easily manage every data of the employee. You can create an employee and do certain actions over the employee, and there are so much more features hidden inside Horilla. Let's move on to the video and see how it works. So let's begin. This is the employee module of Horilla. And if you just take a look at the left side of the screen, you can see different menus which are coming under the employees. First of all, we have the profile, the employee, document request, shift request, work type request, rotating shift assign, rotating work type assign, disciplinary actions, policies, and organization chart. So let's go through one by one. First of all, we have the profile. So what this profile shows is the profile of the person who's logged into Horilla. So currently I'm logged in as Adam Lewis and Adam's profile is shown here. Okay, so here under the profile, we have his work email, his email, the phone number, and work phone number, all those things. That is personal mails, personal phone number, and work mail and work phone number. Similarly, we have this about the work type and shift. Here we have. Okay, then you have the attendance, the leave, the payroll, the allowance and deduction, penalty account, assets, performance, documents, and bonus point. Okay, so this is the about where you have this scheduled interview on the resignation and all. And under the personal information, you have this date of birth, the gender, the address, country, and all such things. That is the personal information of the person which you have filled once this profile was created. Then you have the work information and also the bank information. Okay, so here if you click on this, you can see the contract details. That is the contract to which he is signed and the start and end date. Okay, so that's the contract. Now here you have the scheduled interview of this person. So currently no interviews are scheduled for this candidate. That's the reason why nothing is showing here. And if you have put resignation and all, that is also given here. Okay, so that's the two sections which we have under the about. Then you have work type and shift. Okay, so you know what work type and shift is. Work type is like work from home or work from office and all. Okay, and then you have this shift which is like the morning shift, noon shift, night shift and all. So this area shows his current work type, the work type request which you have given, the rotating work type, similarly the shift request and the rotating shifts. Okay, so you can see the work type request, the rotating work type, the shift request and the rotating shift which is followed by this person. Okay, so if you want to reallocate the shift, current shift is morning. If you want to reallocate it, that can be done from here. So here you have the work type. Okay, you have the rotating work type and all such things. Okay, next you have the attendance section. So here in the attendance, you can see the attendance of the person on different dates. Okay, so all these dates, the attendance can be seen, the in date, out date, and during that attendance, that is each day's attendance, the shift as well as the work type can be seen, and then also you can see the minimum hour at work and also the overtime. Now if you want to create an attendance within this employee's profile, you can create that using the create icon over here. And then you have the leave. Okay, so here under the leave, you can see all the leaves which is taken by this person. Okay, so you have this information which shows the different types of leaves, which is the sick leave, paid leave, casual leave, and so on. So under each, you can see how many available leave days are there, carry forward leaves, and the total leave days. So all like corresponding to each type, those days counts and all is shown properly. And then you have the payroll. Okay, so the payroll corresponding to this person is shown there. Now you have the section where you have this allowance and deduction. So currently we don't have any, that's why it's not showing. Okay, so here you have the penalty account. So you can see the leave type, the minus days, the deducted from CFT, and the penalty amount, also the created date. So that's the penalty account. Then you have the assets. Okay, so here under the assets, you will find the assets which is, which is owned by this person. You have the performance of the person. Okay, you have the documents, and then you can see the bonus point. So this documents are the ones which we submit while we are, joining, there'll be certain documents which we have to submit the organization, right? So those documents can be seen here. Okay. So if you want to upload file here, you can simply click on this. Now here and all files are approved and uploaded. Okay. So if you want to, reject it or even delete it, that is possible here. And uploading can be done from here, as well as to create a new document that can also be done from here. So here you have the bonus point of the person. So here you have the bonus points, and you can even redeem those points. So that's the important things which we have under the profile. And if you want to do any kind of edits, simply click on this and then you can do the edits. Okay. If you want to change any data regarding the person, that can be done. That is the personal info. Similarly, we have the bank info of the person. So from here also you can change the, data. So that's the employee's profile. Okay. Now I'm taking you to the employee section. So employee profile shows your profile, whereas employees shows all the other employees of the organization. So this is actually a card-like view. We have list view as well. So in each card, you will get the basic details of an employee, where you have the photo, the name of the person, the employee ID, the email ID, and whether he's online or offline. And just by clicking on the 3 dots there, you have 3 actions, which is to edit, archive, and delete it. Okay. So you can see 2 different colors, which shows online and offline status of the employee. So that's the employees, and creating an employee from the employee module is also very simple. Click on create over here. And from here you can know the badge ID is automatically generated, and from here you can create a new employee. So I'm creating a new employee called Jerry, and the last name can be given here. Okay, so you can set the, email for this person. The phone number can be given. Okay, the date of birth, you can choose it from here, male or female, whatever it is. Okay, so you can provide all the data. So I'm choosing a date of birth. You can provide the address of the person. So I'm giving an address. The country can be chosen from here. So let's choose a country. So I'm choosing USA. Then you have the option to select the state also. So let it be California. And then you can choose the city, the zip code, the contact name, and so much more. So you have this much data, and also you have the option to keep it as active or something. So enable it to keep it active. And once your changes are done, you can simply save the changes. Okay. So you can see new employee added. Now, if you want to edit the details, that is, you have this bank info, work info and all. I've never filled that. I just gave the personal info. So the work information form is this. Okay. And then you have this bank information. So where you have the bank name, the account number, bank code, branch, bank address, country, city, state, and bank code. Similarly, under the work info, you have all these things like the department, the job position, the job role, shift information, employee type, and all such things. Okay. So these things can be done from there. That is while creating an employee through the employee module. So if you just search for the person, you will get Jerry Tom, which we've created right now. Okay. So that's how you create an employee. So currently I've filtered it. The filter is removed. Even you have the option to filter it from here. Okay. So based on the employees working for even advanced filters, you can use it. You have this group by option, and also you have the common actions, where comes the import, export, archive, unarchive, bulk update, and even delete. Okay, so that's the employee section. Next, we have the document request. So you know what, for each employee, different documents will be needed for the company to store. Okay, so it's very important to keep an ID and all, or any important documents of the employees. So those document requests can be done from here, and each of these documents will be stored here and it will be shown here. So you can see a document called photograph. So one person, that is, this is of mine. Okay, so photograph is uploaded. If you want to upload again, you can do it from here. And then you have the upload PAN card, that is to upload the PAN card. If you want to create a new document request, you can do that from here. So just simply click on create. You can provide the title over here. So I'm giving the title. Okay. So here the title, you can give it as the ID card or something. And then you can choose the employees. So I'm choosing Adam Louie. and the format of the document, what the format should be. I'm putting it as PDF, and the maximum size also can be chosen from here. Okay, so I'm choosing 500, and you can put a description and simply save it. So what happens is that a new document request has come, and yeah, so as I said before, the document request which we've created has come. Okay, so if you want to upload a document corresponding to the request which we created, you can simply click on this and then you can, create one. So once you create it, you can either approve it or reject it. Okay, so you can even delete it. So currently it's approved, and if you are willing to reject it, means you can simply click on reject. Okay, so that's how that's how you do a document request creation. Next, we have the shift request. So you know what shift is, right? So clicking on shift request. So different shifts like the regular shift, morning shift, night shift, noon shift and all. So if you want any particular shift, such shift request can be, created from here. Okay. So all the requested shift, the previous shift, the requested date, requested till, and the description corresponding to each employee can be seen here. Okay. And then you have the option to either approve it and reject it. Okay. So here's the shift request. So if you just take the case of Adam Lewis, he is requested for regular shift, and the current or previous shift is also given here, and then you can see the requested date as well as requested till date, and then you can give a description for it. And if you want to view comments regarding that, you can click on this and then the comments will be given there. So if there are no comments to show, means nothing will be shown there, and you can edit it, you can even duplicate it as well as delete it. And here you have the option to approve it as well as to reject it. Okay, so that's how the shift request can be seen. And here you have the allocated shifts. Okay, so if you just click here, you can see the allocated shift request. Okay, so different shifts which are allocated to different people can be seen here. Okay, so you can see the employee, the allocated employee, as well as the user availability, comment, actions, and all such things. If you want to create a new shift request, okay, so click on the create button over here. You can create a new shift request. So I'm creating one for Adam Louis. So I'm choosing the requesting shift to morning shift. Okay, and the date is also given there. Okay. If you just need morning shift for a single day and all, that can be given. Okay, so I'm choosing the day, and you can give the description over here. Okay, so if it's a permanent request, means that is this shift you need to follow it permanently, not for a temporary time period. So in such cases, you needn't, enable this button. But right now, if it's a permanent request, means you can enable it so that the till date will be invisible. So I'm just offing it. And once you're done, you can simply save it. So it's really important to, fill the description because it's a mandatory field. So I'm putting please allocate or approve my request. Okay, so that's done, and click on save. Okay, so a new shift request is given. Okay, so that's how shift requests are been created. If you want to select all the shifts, you can simply click on select. Unselect can be done from here. By clicking on this, you can export the shifts, and also you can see how many shifts have been selected. So I'm unselecting all. So that's the shift request. Similarly, we have the work type request. So you know what work type is. You have work types like work from home and work from office and all. So requesting for any particular kind of work type is what work type requests means. So you can see all the work type requests which are given. So there you have the employee name, the requested work type, the previous or current work type, requested date, requested till, description, comment, actions, and confirmation. So creating a work type request is really simple. Click on the create button over here. Choose the employee. Choose the requesting work type. So I'm choosing it as remote work. And then you have the requested date and till date and the description. So the only change which comes here is the requesting work type. In case of shift request, that is both are similar. The work type request as well as the shift type request is similar. The only difference which comes is the work type and the shift type. Okay, so here you are, requesting for a work type, and there in case of shift, you are requesting for a shift type. Okay, so once you are done, you can simply give the description and then save it. Okay, so you can see a message has come, which is the request has been created. And then you can see the work type which we have created, the requested for, and the current work type. Okay, so that's how you create a new one. Okay, you have the option to approve it. So once you click on approve, a confirmation message will come. So do you want to approve this? You can either cancel it or confirm it. So I'm confirming. So you can see work type request has been confirmed. So that's the work type request. Now you have the very same thing, which is the shift type and work type assigning, which is the rotation of it. So you have the rotating shift assign. So you can, do this rotation. That is, for a week you are doing morning shift, and for the next week you are doing night shift. So this should happen as a rotation. So such rotating shift assigning can be done from here. Okay, so here you can see how often it should get rotated and all. That is, the recurrence can be given here. And you can just take an example. So here you have Adam Louis. So the title is night to morning rotation. Okay, so it's happening on every month, monthly rotation. So rotate every 4th day of the month. Okay, so this rotation will happen on every 4th day of the month. So current shift is morning shift, and the next shift will be night shift, and the next switch date will also be given here. Okay, so assigning is really simple. Click on assign over here. You can choose the employee. So I'm choosing this Abigail. Okay, then you can choose the rotating shift. Okay, night to morning rotation. So I'm choosing that, and the start date can be given here based on after, weekend, monthly. So if you are choosing after, means after 5 days of the rotation. Okay, or simply you can choose weekend. So rotate every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or whichever day you can choose it. Or if you are choosing monthly, means you can choose the day of the month on which the rotation should take place. Okay, so I'll choose weekend. Okay, so Monday, rotate every Monday. I'm saving that. Okay, so a new rotating shift has been assigned. Okay, so based on the recurrence which I'm giving, okay, based on monthly, weekly, or even daily, or like that is the after, based on what I'm choosing, you can provide the data. So if I'm choosing weekly, means you can choose on which day of the week this rotation to take place. And if you're choosing month, means you can choose the date, okay, on which date this rotation should take place. So it's that simple. It's not that complicated. It's very easy to handle. And then you have the actions here, where you have the update, the duplication, the archive, as well as the remove. Okay, so that's the rotating shift assign. Similarly, we have the rotating work type assign. Okay, the same thing, but the assigning is of the work type. So you have the work type that is home to office, monthly, rotate, that is the based on the rotate, start date, current work type, and action. So I'm going to create a new one. Choose the employee, so let it be Abigail, and you can choose the work type. So I'm choosing home to office. Okay, and then you can choose the start date, and here you have the option to choose based on. So monthly I'm giving as 3. Okay, on every third of every month this rotation will take place. So you can see Abigail Lee, home to office monthly, rotates every 3rd day of the month. Okay, and the start date is given here, and the remote work telecommunicating, that is the current work type, and the next switch date is given. Today is 2nd, and the next switch will be on 3rd, because I've given monthly and rotate every 3rd day of the month. Okay, so that's how it works. That's the rotating work type assign. Then you have the disciplinary actions. So you know what the disciplinary actions are. Based on the things which we do inside the organization, they can punish us, they can give warnings to us, they can suspend us, they can dismiss us, and all such things. So all those disciplinary actions are managed here under the disciplinary actions section. So here you have the different actions which are created, which is final warning, dismissal, suspension, and first warning. So if you are going to create a new one, you can choose an employee. Okay, I'm choosing Adam. You can choose multiple employees. So I'm choosing Alexander, Amelia, that is it. And then you have the action. So what the action should be, that can also be chosen from here. Okay, so I'm choosing dismissal, and the description. Okay, so I'm putting this is a dismissal. Okay, then you have the start date over here, and then also you can choose an attachment. Okay, so once you're done, save it. So you can see a new disciplinary action has been created. So what action should be taken is also given there, and the action date. So this is an action which we are taking against the employees. So that's the disciplinary action. Next, we have the different policies of the company. You have sales policy, service policy, HR leave policy, and so on. So if you want to view any policy, simply click on view policy and the policy will be viewed in detail. If you want to create a new policy, click on create over here, and then you can give the title as well as the body and the company. That is also you can make it visible to all or not. Okay. So that's how you create a new policy. Then you have the organization chart, which actually shows the hierarchy. Okay, you can see who is under who. So you have the system admin, and under that person you have these much people. So you have a very detailed organizational chart. So this is corresponding to Adam Lewis. So if you want to change it to David Lee, so this is an organizational chart which shows the chart of David Lee. So he is actually a Django developer, and under that person there are 2 other developers, and then under this particular person there are 2 other developers. So similarly to anyone you choose, the organizational chart will be visible. Okay, so that's the employee module of Horilla. I hope it's clear for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.